Cristiano Ronaldo is very passionate on the football pitch and can be very demanding of his teammates.
Qualcosa di più, eh? Non giocavamo niente! Giocavamo sempre! Io también. Yo me incluyo también, pero no jugamos niente. Tenemos que decir la verdad. Por eso, pero tienes que tener... En esta partida de Champions, hay que tener personalidad.
As you can see, this could lead to heated clashes. Some are more personal than you think. Here are 6 times CR7 fought with his teammates. Number 1. Juan Cuadrado. When Cristiano Ronaldo joined Juventus, the aim was simple: win the Champions League. 3 years later, and Juve were knocked out in the round of 16 to Porto, having not got past the quarterfinals since Ronaldo's arrival. After losing in extra time to a Porto side that had 10 men, Ronaldo was crushed. His dream was over, and in the dressing room, the emotions got the better of him. Throwing his shirt on the floor, CR7 let his teammates know what he thought. "We have to work harder. We didn't play at all. We played shit, always." While most of Juventus' players remained silent, Juan Cuadrado stood up for everyone. He told Ronaldo to calm down and reminded him that he was an example to the rest of the team. It takes some guts to tell an angry Ronaldo he's to blame. To Ronaldo's credit, he took responsibility, saying he was included too. He still maintained the team was terrible and that they had to be honest and stop hiding from the truth. It's probably for the best that Ronaldo left that summer. Number 2. Ruud van Nistelrooy. Before Ronaldo was the king at Old Trafford, a Dutchman came before him. Ruud van Nistelrooy was the main man at Manchester United in the early 2000s. The battles he had with Thierry Henry over the Golden Boot were legendary. Having been used to pinpoint crosses from the likes of Beckham and Giggs, Ronaldo's arrival was a changing of the guard.
Forcément, parce que Cristiano, c'était un bouffeur de ballon. Le mec, quand il donne le ballon est tout petit comme ça. Il a cette faculté d'aller dribbler, centrer, faire un peu le show tout seul.
This frustrated Van Nistelrooy. He could never tell when Ronaldo would cross the ball, making it difficult for him to time his runs. The tension between the two built over the coming years. Things reached a boiling point during a training session. Van Nistelrooy was sick of Ronaldo's tricks and kicked him as hard as he could. Ronaldo protested, starting an argument between the two. Sir Alex Ferguson recounted the interview in his autobiography. Ronaldo had recently lost his father. During that week, Ruud had taken a kick at Ronaldo on the training ground and said, "What are you going to do, complain to your daddy?" He meant Carlos Queiroz, assistant manager, not Cristiano's dad. Carlos had looked after Ronaldo. He's a coach with Portuguese origins, from the same country. Here was a young man with a dying father. If he couldn't ask for help from Carlos, who could he seek it from? As time has gone on, Van Nistelrooy has admitted his behavior was wrong and taken full responsibility. Number 3. Ryan Giggs. Do you remember this? During the European Championships, Ronaldo caused a storm when he told people to drink water instead of Coca-Cola. A PR nightmare for one of the tournament's biggest sponsors. But maybe a young Cristiano should have listened to his future self's advice, because he was taught the hard way that Coca-Cola at breakfast is not acceptable. Ronaldo learned a lot during his early years at Manchester United. Stories of him being kicked relentlessly to stop him from showboating have persisted for years, and it has helped shape him into the player he is today. It seems one incident involving Ryan Giggs also helped form his opinion of the popular fizzy drink too. Legend has it that a young Ronaldo came down to breakfast with a can of Coke in his hands. He was confronted by Giggs, who was unhappy with the lack of professionalism. Former United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said that Giggs got so mad that he pinned Ronaldo against a wall. In later interviews, Giggs admitted it was possible the altercation occurred, but could not remember exact details. How convenient. Number 4. Federico Chiesa and Wojciech Szczęsny. Usually when you win a game, you are happy. You celebrate with your teammates, the fans, and enjoy the rest of your day. That's not always the case if you're Cristiano Ronaldo. This incident occurred after Juventus beat Genoa 3-1 in 2021. It was a big one for the old lady, who were struggling in the race to qualify for the Champions League. But Ronaldo was not happy. He failed to score that day, and like all elite strikers, this made him angry. The moment the whistle blew, Ronaldo's frustration could be seen. He angrily threw his shirt towards a ball boy who had asked for it, rather than hand it to him in person. It is even reported that he started punching walls in the dressing room. He went on to lay into his teammates, in particular goalkeeper Szczęsny and fellow attacker Chiesa. Ronaldo was angry at Stenze for throwing the ball out of play for an injured Genoa player. This was the perfect time to counterattack with the opposition out of shape. With Chiesa, Ronaldo was unhappy with the Italian's selfishness. The winger had the perfect opportunity to set Ronaldo up to score, but he didn't pass. It is a prime example of a striker who is only happy when they score the goals. Number 5. Wayne Rooney. On the pitch, Ronaldo labels Wayne Rooney as one of his favorite ever teammates. The duo formed a lethal partnership, helping Manchester United win 3 consecutive Premier League and a Champions League. But it nearly didn't happen. This is because of an incident that took place during the 2006 World Cup. England played Portugal in the quarterfinals. Rooney and Ronaldo were the top young talents in their respective teams. Both had aspirations of going all the way and winning the trophy. During the game, Rooney got into a tenacious battle with defender Ricardo Carvalho. This ended up with Rooney tripping over Carvalho whilst he was on the floor. Portuguese players surrounded the referee, claiming Rooney had stamped on Carvalho. And you wouldn't believe who was on the front of that queue: Ronaldo himself. Ronaldo begged the referee to send Rooney off, which led to Rooney pushing his Manchester United teammate. Ronaldo got his wish as Rooney was given his marching orders, leading to the most controversial wink in football. Portugal went on to win on penalties, with Ronaldo scoring the winner. The backlash was so bad in England that Ronaldo was desperate to leave Manchester United. It took a conversation with Rooney and manager Sir Alex Ferguson to convince him things would be okay and that he should stay. Number 6. Gareth Bale. This one isn't so much one big incident, rather it's years of tension that eventually led to CR7's departure from Real Madrid. It might be hard to believe now, but back when Real Madrid signed Gareth Bale in 2013, some tipped him to surpass Ronaldo. There's no doubt he had some great moments too. His Copa del Rey final goal, scoring in 2 Champions League finals, including arguably the greatest final score ever. But it's fair to say that Ronaldo was not his biggest fan. From the moment Bale arrived, comparisons were drawn between him and Ronaldo. They had similar styles of play. Both preferred playing off the left, and both were incredibly dangerous in front of goal. While the competition may have pushed the players to be better, it was Bale who ultimately suffered the most. The Welshman was moved to the right-hand side, where he was far less effective. He was becoming a shadow of his former self, while Ronaldo flourished. As a result of this, tensions grew. Bale's agent was quoted as calling Ronaldo an underwear seller. It is believed Bale complained to Real Madrid president Florentino Perez about his playing situation. Perez was a big supporter of Bale. Whether that was because he believed in his talent or wanted to justify the world record fee he cost is up for debate. But he stood up for Bale, demanding that Carlo Ancelotti play Bale in his preferred position. Carlo refused, and before long, he was out of a job. The situation continued under Zinedine Zidane. At this point, it was clear Bale and Ronaldo were not friends. Zidane did not trust Bale and wanted him to be sold. Perez refused and instead sold Cristiano Ronaldo. He hoped that Bale would take Ronaldo's spot and prove him right. It was a massive failure. Zidane left, angered that his star player was sold to a European rival. Bale struggled with injuries and never showed any form that was close to Ronaldo. A miserable time for Real Madrid. It's fair to say that they've not recovered since. There you have it. Even the best players in the world can get in fights with their teammates. That's what having an elite mentality does. Did you enjoy this video? What other players can you think of that fought with their teammates? Let us know in the comments.